All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another New York live session. And this is Paul McMillan, and it's August 22nd, 2022. So we're going to check the news here, and it looks like we don't have any major news on the 22nd of August. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back and start marking up market structure, mark up supply and demand market structure from the 15-minute time frame to the 4-hour time frame. So let me go all the way back in price, and then we'll get started. All right, so this is as far back as price goes. So we're going to be looking for supply demand zones. So we have a demand zone here, single candle. That's what made price sell off a little bit here and then buy off and then go up to here. Let me change this to yellow. And so then I also see a single base demand zone here. And that's what made price respect this area again. And here it went up to here. So then I also see price buy up all the way up to here. This is a single candle supply zone here. And that's why price broke above and went all the way up to here. I see supply zones up here. And then when I look here, I see a single candle supply zone here. And that's good right there. We can see that price is really respecting these areas. This is where the banks are really buying up heavy. So I also see a base supply zone here, and that's why price ultimately went up to here. And we see a base supply zone right up in this area here, and then ultimately up in here. All right. So now we're going to move on to the 30-minute and rinse and repeat. This internet is terrible. All right, so let me go all the way back in price. This is where we left off. So I'm going to put supply zone here. Then I'm going to mark up my horizontal lines. So we can see that there's a single base demand zone here. So it pushed price all the way down to this point here. So I'm going to change this to green. We can see prices respecting this as well. Single candle demand zone here. And then I also see it down here as well. Whoops, wrong tool. Suspecting this area. And then we see one down here. And then also this is a base supply zone. That's why price retested it and went up to here. So that's perfect. And then yeah, I can see one here. So now I'm going to draw my zones in these areas, make them real small. And then here I see a base supply zone here. So that's good. So then we're going to move on to the 1 hour. We're going to rinse and repeat as well. So this is the last spot I marked up here. So we're going to mark that up. And so now when I see that price rejected this area and sold down, this is a single candle supply zone here. So I'm going to make this red. And that's how price respected this area and went up. And then I also see another one down here as well. And then when price finally broke this zone and sold down to here and went back up, this is a single candle supply zone here. So now we're going to mark up this area. Now we're going to go to the 4 hour. We're going to go all the way to current price here. So now when we analyze price here, price broke this structure, went all the way down to here, and we can actually see a base supply zone here, okay? And then when it went all the way down to here, we can see another single candle supply. We can see a base supply zone here, and that's why price went all the way down to this single candle supply zone here. Okay, and I forgot to change these to purple, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then we could see that this is correct, because then when price came back up, this was a base demand zone. This turned into a base demand zone, and that's what made price go all the way up to here. So now when I analyze current price, what I'd imagine that price is probably going to do is it is probably going to actually, because it broke this area and went down, hasn't broken, it broke this supply zone. So it's a possibility that price is probably going to maybe test, because I see that this is a possible supply zone here, because previously price pushed that. So price might actually test this area and then possibly maybe push up. But if it pushes up, it may want to fill half of this area and then reverse and go back down. So price came back and hit this and haven't even tested this yet. It might come down to test this liquidity, possibly. So when I really look at this structure here, price came down and retested that. And then it came down and retested that and went down. So it's a possibility that price might actually thinking it might actually go bullish, because we have, it's going to go bullish because they did a huge sell here. So this is a smart money concept move here. So I'm thinking that price is going to go bullish. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the 1 hour time frame and see if we can confirm that. And so on the 1 hour time frame, we can kind of see that here. 30 minutes, same thing. 15-minute, we see that price closed above here. So it's 9:13. We pretty much have about a little bit over a minute before the next candle closes. Now, here's what I'm going to do. So I'm betting that price is probably going to come up to this demand zone here. There's another one there. So there's a possibility it's going to come up to this demand zone. Maybe test this demand zone and then maybe sell down. That's what I'm thinking. So it's probably going to fill this area and sell down. And if it does, yeah, that's what I'm going to target. So that's what I'm thinking it's going to do. Now, price may be overall bullish, so it may go all the way up to this certain point and then drop. So that's what I'm really thinking. Now, this was a huge sell-off here, but we have a demand zone here. So either price is going to actually go up to here, retest here and go down, or break above here and go all the way up here and grab this liquidity up in this area. So we are at the 9:15 candle. So this is what I'm going to actually go for. So I'm going to expect price to actually come all the way up to here, retest this area and go down. Because we're getting in at the 9:30 candle. So I want to get at least 250 points worth of gold. And then ultimately get this liquidity area down to here. That's what I'm going to aim for. So I'm going to go back to the 4-hour. And I'm probably going to actually say that let me do this. I'm probably going to really say that price is really overall bearish. I'm just going to change my bias to that. And we'll see what we get on that. And then if it changes, we can always change our bias and trend line. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. So we have about 12 something minutes before price goes down, and it may possibly test up to here and drop right away. And if it does, we'll catch that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set my alerts, and then we'll move from there. All right, so I got my stop loss and take profit put in for the sell. Now, if price happens to blow past this supply zone, because we can see that price sold here and then bought here, rejected this zone. So if price rejects this zone and come down, then this is what we're going to go for. Now, if it blows past this and close above, then I'm looking to buy it up all the way up until this next supply zone up here, or maybe up to here. So we have about 6 minutes. So we'll see what price does. Be right back. All right, so we got less than 20 seconds before the 9:30 bell. So let's see what happens. It looks like that price is rejecting this area, but we'll know for sure where we're at. 3, 2, 1. So looks like it's retesting this zone, but that's what it looks like. So this candle start gaining some momentum, I might take it, but if it hesitates and go back and forth, then I'm gonna wait for the next candle. So let me pause this recording and see when if this candle's going to move or not. Might be going bullish. But this might be a false breakout. Never know. Let's wait and see. Looks like price might be buying up. This might be a false breakout, though. Yeah, it looks like it's going for a buy. So it looks like we were correct the first time that it was overall bullish, which is cool. So let me pause this recording. So there's a supply zone here. And I see price rejecting this, which I figured it was going to come up to this supply zone. So I'm going to make an adjustment. So I'm going to go for that sell. I made $3 on that buy, but I'm going to go for that sell. That's what I'm going to shoot for. Now, if price ends up buying up and go all the way up in here, then that's fine. But I'm thinking that price is going to sell down. Let me see. Then I want to make this the ultimate TP down here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So that's the adjustment I'm going to make. Oh, let me move this. This is my alert here. Let me move that to here. So that's what I'm going to go for. Now, if I miss the buy and price ends up going up to here, or if it closes above and end up going up to here, then I'm just going to market execute again. But I see the supply zone here. Price retested it and went down, retested again and went down, and I think it's going to do it again there. So let me put in my put in my stop loss and take profit for the sell. I'm just going to shoot for that. All right, I didn't put it in. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to wait for the next candle. Be right back. All right, so we are about to hit the 945 candle. I'm looking at this huge wick rejection that I see here. So I'm wondering if this is going to turn into a single candle supply zone just like it did here. Because it did it once before, came back to here. It's probably going to do it again, but we'll see. So now we got the 945 candle. Let's see if it does. Just my trend line here. Yeah, this might be a single candle supply zone here, like I mentioned before. Might be. So if this candle start gaining some momentum, I'm gonna probably go in because it might turn into a banker's candle. So I'm gonna pause this recording and we'll see. So I see prices moving a little bit, so I'm gonna give it a shot. So I'm in this sell now. So we'll see what happens, see if we made the right decision. So what I'm going to do is just pause this recording. And then once I get into profit, then I'll update you guys. Be right back. It looks like price really dropped. And I'm already $100 in profit, 134, 138. So I am about to trail my stop loss and let it ride. So we will correct with that. 1735.76 modify. So now I trail my stop loss. I'm about $160 in profit, and I'm going to let it keep on riding. So price clearly did respect this area. Like I figured it was either going to respect this zone up here, definitely up here, because what it did previously. So we knocked that out. So I'm going to keep on trailing this stop loss very closely until it knocks me out. 1735.67. 170 keeps on pushing down, like this. I'm going to trail this here. 135.35. $182 profit. That's good. It's going to keep on pushing. Confident in it. Let me pause this recording. All right, so I just closed my first partial trade of $205. Bam. And this one is still going down. So now what I'm going to actually do is trail this stop loss and let my second partial trade ride. So I'm going to do that right now. $1734.66. Second partial trade trailed. So now I'm going to let this ride. So I'm going to pause this recording until either I hit my stop loss or I hit my profit. Be right back. All right, guys. So my second partial trade got stomped out in profit. So I'm going to show you guys how much I made just on this sell here. And I'm definitely going to do a back testing session on this. I believe that price is probably going to come back up to, let me see. It might come back and maybe test up here, but I'm thinking it's probably going to come back and maybe even test this area again and then just drop down to there. It's a possibility. I'm gonna see what it does later on and then do a back testing session and make light of that. Let me show you my profits and then we're going to end this session. Give me a second here. So as you can see, this is my Funded Trading Plus Challenge Evaluation account. And this is how much I made on gold today. I did go in for that buy, made $3, but I knew it was going to sell. First partial trade, $202. Second partial trade, $15. Total $220 made on gold today. So we actually did great. I can see that price is pushing up, but it's very possible that price could push up and test this area again and then drop. So I'm gonna do a back testing session on this to see exactly what price went because I'm very curious. So that's it for this live session. See you in our back testing session later on today. Well, really our supply and demand back testing training session. Take care.